Hello Redditors, welcome back to Tales Against Humanity. Now, let's get started. In today's episode, entitled Mommy Demands Money from Me Again. I'm a 20 male and I was hoping not to have to post about my mother, but she came back for more. To bring everyone up to speed, she had an affair that resulted with her having my half-brother and sister. Parents got divorced, and she kicked me to the curb and married her sugar daddy. Now my sister is about to graduate and she wants me to hand over some money for my inheritance because sugar daddy won't give my sister an allowance for college to spend on booze, blow, and whatever else, or wallets I think she'll spend it on anyways. I had received $93K from my grandpa, spent $27K on a tractor before putting the rest aside and spent the past 2 years adding to it until I was at $79K. With some advice from my last post, I took all but $10K from my savings, bought a used no-till seeder and offset disc for $18K, and invested the rest for my future farm purchases. Now on with the show. It was a lovely day on the farm. My dad was out plowing, I'm hauling manure. I got Def Leppard playing in the tractor, a decent buzz off of Copenhagen Wintergreen, and thinking about Hardee's commercials. Just living life, about to take another load out to the field when my mom's Porsche pulls into the farm, blocking my way. She rolls her window down, her horn, and waves at me to come talk. I hop off the tractor and yell out, I'm not a lap dog. If she wants to talk, she needs to get out and come say what she wants face to face. She makes a show about getting out, and to my surprise, my sister came with her this time. My sister is very much like my mom when it comes to looks. Too much highlights, spray on tan to the point of orange, looks pale, and more makeup than 10 circus clowns put together. Me. Well, looks like Amber Heard left a surprise in my driveway. Will you be climbing into the spreader, or will I need to grab the skid steer and dump you guys in? You will not talk me that way. I'm your mother and you will respect that. Me. Now you're more like a surrogate to me than a mom. She wrinkles her nose at me and exchanged looks of disgust with my sister. You know what we're here for, so why don't you do us a favor and make it quick? Me. I want to hear it from my sister's mouth, not yours. What is it that you want from me? Ease. I want the money that was supposed to be for me. Me? I don't know what you're talking about. What money? Ease. You know exactly what I'm talking about, the money that. Me? Oh, that money. Blame mommy dearest for righting the wrong and lying about it. Don't talk like that about me. I'm your moth. Me? Off with that. You know what you did, and now you're just mad that my grandpa wouldn't give your hell spawns what was promised before the truth came out. Ease. Are you going to give me what I'm owed? Me? You can have my chaw, it's lost the flavor. I take the chew out from my mouth and held it out for her. Both she and my mom started gagging like they're about to vomit. I threw it to ground in front of their feet, making it fall apart everywhere and under their shoes. I'm just having a good time. I then asked my sister why she wants the money so badly. Ease. Because I don't want to work at some McDonald's or something while I'm in college. I can't stand being around people like you. Me? What's wrong with people like me? I like people like me. Ease. You're not sophisticated enough, that's why. You wear rags and I see you've taken to growing a mullet. Disgusting. Me? Hey now, don't be judging my cougar magnet. Also, I think you should work so you can learn proper people skills, which I see you're lacking. Ease. I'm not. Just give us the money and we'll be on our way. Me? I can't. I don't have it anymore. Why do you have it? You didn't go to college or spend on anything from what I can see. Me? Well, it's kinda embarrassing. I don't want to talk about it. Ease. What did you spend it on? Me? If you insist. There was this heavy-set stripper named Rosie with these massive 42DD that I had a thing for. She claimed to love me and I fell for it. Now I'm broke. You're a liar. Just give us the mon. Me? I'm telling the truth, I swear. I don't have it. Ease. Give it to me. Yes, give it to your sister, or else. Me? How about I stomp in some calf and shove my boot so far up both you can taste it? Why do you keep disrespecting us? Me. Why don't you two know good for nothing? Get thee off my property. There was some fighting after I lost my cool. They then left in a huff, middle fingers in the air, calling me everything under the sun. I quickly grabbed a handful of cow and threw it at the car as they peeled out. When my dad came home from the field later, I told him what happened, and he was off but thought it was kind of funny at the same time. That's the end. I hope you enjoyed me sharing this with you guys. Story 2. My friend's entitled parents are destroying him. For context, my friend, let's call them Adji, has depression. I've never met his parents, but judging what he told us, they are evil. He has his search history checked every day. He can't bring his phone anywhere but home, and they punish him for the slightest mistake. An example could be where he answered a call from his mom during work and now he can't take his phone to work. Anyway, he recently came to me this morning saying how he is upset. His parents are counting down the days till he graduates because his stepmother wants to send him to some kind of military school. His stepmother says he makes his family sad and miserable every day and just how happy they would be once he leaves. We have a year left. He told his best friend about it, and he said to ignore what they say. So now his BFF is banned from ever taking him to school or work since they carpool and can never visit his house. He came to me this morning saying how his parents are telling them to end his 9-year friendship with him because he is a bad influence. He then talks about how his stepmother started to insult his biological mother, claiming she did more for him than she ever did. Honestly, I feel bad for him, and we are planning on pitching in to get something to help out of this situation, such as renting an apartment or house, and we can all be roommates. It seems crazy, but not as crazy as his family. Any advice for him? Story 3. Entitled Karen at the Bowling Alley. Background: 2 weeks ago, I, 34M, ordered a bowling ball from the local bowling alley at my wife's behest. All I cared about was the functionality and the color, so I let my wife pick the design, and ultimately we settled on a sparkly red one. I had ordered a 13-pound ball, important later, based on my history of bowling, usually sticking to 12-pound balls, and the suggestion of the person at the place to go 1 pound higher because a ball fitted to me will feel lighter. I received a call yesterday from the bowling alley that had arrived and set an appointment for today to pick up and have the finger holes drilled into it. Today, I arrived at the bowling alley and after a few minutes wait I was taken to the back. Roughly 15 minutes were spent getting the holes drilled to my size. The person who did the drilling, let's call him Bob, and I chatted a bit as he also showed me some ways to improve my technique. I usually score in 80-110 range, but I'm looking to get better. Once that was done, we came to the lanes and Bob suggested I try a few throws to ensure the ball is drilled to my fingers perfectly. I agreed and Bob opened the lane up for me and then joined me. The lane was right next to a kid's party. I made my first throw and knocked down 5 pins. When the ball came back, a girl, maybe 6-8 years old, tried to take the sparkly red ball. I put my hand on it to stop her from getting it and picked it up, saying, "Sorry, this is my personal ball, not from the alley." The Karen jumped in at this point screaming about how I was abusing her child and stealing from her and making a scene asking for the manager. She tried to take the ball from me, but I turned to keep her from getting it, which just riled her up more. Bob interjected saying he's the manager, pointing to his name tag, and will take care of it. He asked me for the ball and I handed it to him. The Karen had an eating grin as Bob asked me to go to the back with him to verify a few things, and he asked the Karen and the child to wait there. When we got to the back where Bob had originally drilled the ball, we went over the holes and Bob adjusted them. There was no mention of the Karen or the child. Once the holes were adjusted, Bob took me to the front to pay for the ball, but asked that he carry the ball. I trust, so I had no issues with that. As we left the back, the Karen and the child came by asking Bob, "Can we have my daughter's ball back, please?" Bob just told her no. "Your daughter wouldn't be able to use this ball cause it'd be against the store policy, and it's his ball." I just sold it to him. Karen yelled about us stealing from her daughter. Bob ignored it and took me to the counter where he rang it up, gave me the ball, the receipt, and a coupon for 2 free games.